안녕하세요. Riding on the Korean wave. Welcome to a special edition of The Culture Wave. I'm Kwon-soa in Seoul. A slightly different format for today's program, and I'm happy to be joined by both of our co-hosts today. Hello, hello. We have Walter Lee with us today.
Hello, Soa, and hello, Bella. It's lovely to be here.
And Bella Kim is also here with us.
Yes, hello Soa and Walter, and hello to everyone joining us today again. I'm Bella here to fill you guys in with this special segment related to APEC with Walter.
Right, so usually you guys bring us the K-entertainment news, of course, separately, but today it's all gonna be about APEC.
Yes.
It is. I can't believe that it's finally D-Day. It has actually come. We've been talking about this for months and months and months. Now it's here.
I know, and we've covered so many stories related to APEC with a lot of guests as well.
Right, and today it's you two who are going to be my guests who are going to cover APEC. So why don't we get started? The long-anticipated APEC Economic Leaders Meeting is underway in Gyeongju. Leaders from 21 nations are gathered in the southeastern city to discuss the global economy, trade, and sustainable growth, among other pending issues. Intriguing stories are also unfolding outside the conference halls. So today we'll take a special look at APEC through keywords. And my co-hosts Walter Lee and Bella Kim have prepared APEC-related keywords for the four letters of the acronym for the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, APEC. So let's start with Bella. We're going to start off with APEC's A.
Right.
So A for APEC actually stands for Asia, but today we're going to focus on other aspects, especially because this is happening in Gyeongju.
Right.
So you chose
Architecture. That's the first keyword representing my A. Now, Gyeongju is a city where the beauty of Korea's traditional architecture lives. As many of you know already, Gyeongju is a UNESCO World Heritage Site such as Seokguram Grotto and also Bulguksa Temple. It's also surrounded by cultural landmarks like Daereungwan Tomb Complex and Waljeong Bridge as well. So with these beautiful sites and landmarks, the entire city feels like a museum. No wonder why Gyeongju has a nickname, or they're called for Museum Without a Roof. Just walking around Gyeongju is like looking through the history of Korea. Not only do Gyeongju's buildings play such an important role in cultural and historic perspective, they also serve as a great backdrop for many films and dramas, including the film Kick the Moon, which is 신라의 달밤, and the drama The Great Queen Seondeok, which is Seondeok Yewang in Korean. The sights and landscapes of Gyeongju are perfect to capture the timeless charm of Korea's architectural heritage.
Right, I remember how we talked about these K-contents, these dramas and films with our movie expert, Professor Soo Jae-young, as well. And now there are also several modern landmarks of Gyeongju that are drawing the attention of global visitors for APEC.
That is correct. First, the Gyeongju Art Center, where the main CEO summit sessions are taking place. It's a building that has reinterpreted the elegant curves of a hanok, a Korean traditional style house, and a roof in a contemporary style. Another key venue is Hwarang Village. It welcomes delegates from around the world with the warmth and beauty of its traditional hanok architecture as well. Blending 1,000 years of architectural legacy with modern innovation, Gyeongju stands at the crossroad of past and present, captivating the world's attention as a city where history and modernity coexist in a perfect harmony. And I'm sure Gyeongju has already caught the eyes and hearts of all the visitors of Gyeongju.
And Bella, you mentioned hanok, the traditional Korean buildings.
Right.
And what I like about Gyeongju is they have all these franchise coffee shops that are turned into hanok style.
Right.
The roofs look like hanok as well. So I like that about Gyeongju especially.
Definitely.
And really, you can feel how Gyeongju is bringing the past and present together.
Right.
And I do also love that expression, a museum without a roof or a museum without walls,
Right.
how it's also called in many ways.
Yes, and like every corner of Gyeongju feels like you're stepping into like a different chapter of Korea's history. It's so beautiful. I've been there a couple of times and I love it.
Same here. And Walter, let's move on with you now. So you've got the letter P.
I do indeed. So, right, can you guess what it might stand for though, Soa?
P. Probably. Maybe.
Probably?
Maybe
Probably.
passion. Passion.
Oh,
Passion is actually a good word, but this actually stands for people. Now, this year's Gyeongju APEC is, after all, made possible by the passion. Passion, it makes sense, right? Passion and cooperation of people, some of which we have had the absolute pleasure to interview here on the Culture Wave. Now, over 20,000 participants, including leaders, business figures and journalists from 21 countries have gathered in Gyeongju. And there's also the thousands of staff members who are, I'm sure, working tirelessly right now to welcome them. Now, Gimhae International Airport, located near Busan and Gyeongju Station, are serving as the main entry points. Some participants are also arriving around the Pohang Gyeongju Airport area in preparation for APEC. Many airport and transport facilities have been renovated, obviously, to make it look beautiful. Around 300 shuttle buses are running frequently, transporting people between the airport, train stations, hotels, and conference venues, of course. Now, on site, 254 local volunteers are teaming up with 200 international volunteers as well, helping with everything from entry and departure guidance to conference support. Now, from university students to seniors, people of all generations are showcasing their warmth and hospitality of Korea.
So many people involved. But Walter, let's now talk about the people that
Yes.
you and Bella talk about during K-Entertainment a lot.
Yes. Another topic that actually drew a lot of attention was people featured in the promotional video for APEC figures like G-Dragon, IVE member Jang Won-young, and also movie director Park Chan-wook, and also DJ Peggy Goo, who participated in the video. And there's actually just a small preview guest made by the president, Lee Jae-myung, as well. Now, he made a surprise appearance, and in particular, the Hanbok Won by Jang Won-young received an explosive reaction, with overseas fans flooding the comments section. They wanted to know where they could buy it because they wanted it just for themselves as well. Now, global influencers have also come to Gyeongju sharing stories about the city's charm and its people under the name of K-APEC. Now, this year's Gyeongju APEC is not just a diplomatic event, it truly feels like a festival created by people together.
Right. While there is a lot of serious things that have to be discussed at APEC, it's really great to have these sideline events that brings all kinds of people together.
Indeed.
And we talked about architecture and people. Let's now move on to E. So, which in this case, we're not going to talk about economy, but...
Right, economy is what it actually stands for.
Of course.
But can you take a guess again what the E I prepared stands for?
Oh, you guys are...
Quiz after quiz.
Okay, what about entertainment?
Right, because K-Entertainment is huge in Korea, but this time we're going to cover E standing for eat. Something that's very important, especially for food lovers like me.
Count me in here.
Yes, definitely. Gyeongju isn't only famous for its historical sites and people, it's also a hub for K-food. There are so many Korean-style tastes in Gyeongju, from premium Korean beef and local specialty flatfish gajami to the traditional snack hwangnam bread, which is a soft, round bread filled with sweet red bean paste. My mouth is getting so watery. I'm getting hungry. Food, of course, is also at the center of the APEC Economic Leaders Meeting. Outside the conference halls, delegates from around the world are being treated to all kinds of K-foods, from convenient meals and snacks to innovative Korean beverages as well. And leading Korean food companies have actually joined APEC as official partners to showcase these K-foods. So I'm sure many will have pleasant with the taste. And not only at the conference halls, but the leaders are able to enjoy Korean foods at the hotel and also venues as well. Korean snacks including tteokbokki, which is spicy rice cake, one of my favorite, and also crispy seaweed snacks are fully stocked to keep visitors' stomach full at all times. And wait for this, there are cup noodles in collaboration with K-pop Demon Hunters for everyone to enjoy as well. And at the event sites, there are K-Chicken, of course, food trucks serving hot, fresh bites, and a cafeteria filled with Korean-inspired bakery items and sandwiches as well is ready for all the press to enjoy at the International Media Center.
Well, we can't talk about K-food and K-eating. We're also talking about K-drinks as well, right, Bella?
Right, that is correct. The official dinner drink for APEC has been chosen as a Korean rice wine or 막걸리 named Galaxy A Night Counting Stars or 은하수 별에는 밤 in Korean. As well as the beverages and locally sourced mineral water, the tableware itself is quite unique with beautifully carved, crafted traditional porcelain dishes as well. Korea's artistry and hospitality shine through these meticulous details. The 2025 APEC is more than just a diplomatic summit, it's a culture experience, inviting world to savor the flavors and lifestyle of Korea.
You know, Walter, I thought that Bella loves to talk about entertainment. I have never seen her so happy talking about food, about eating on air.
I love
Maybe
food.
we should talk about this topic a little more often.
Oh, please, yes.
But quick question. If you were to go to Gyeongju right now, which food would you guys pick?
There's so many.
Let's start with you, Walter.
For me, as soon as Bella said Korean beef, I just could not stop thinking about that. My mouth was watering.
And not only beef, but also the raw beef, 육회. You can
Yes.
have those in little cups and just have them on the
Like a
street.
snack?
Yes, like a snack.
Oh.
Just like you have 팥빙수, you also have the 육회 빙수. That's also maybe something you could try out.
Sounds delicious.
And Bella, what about you?
I've introduced Hwangnam bread, which is the bread filled with red bean paste, but also there's 시번빵, which is like a bread that's filled with a mozzarella cheese. So that's kind of like my go-to snack when I go to Gyeongju.
I think we have a similar
Oh,
taste.
do you?
But I also want to just give some information to our viewers abroad. Many people call the Hwangnam the Hwangnam bread Gyeongju-빵, but the
Right.
original is actually Hwangnam-빵. And that's also one of my favorites, as well as talbori-빵.
Oh,
So many desserts, but also very savory dishes in Gyeongju that you can taste. So now it's time for C. That means it's time for Walter. So please tell us, what is C about?
Yes, I'm not going to quiz you on this one, so also don't worry too much. So the last, but certainly not least, and I think probably the most obvious as well, C stands for culture. Yes, the very C of the culture wave, although ours is spelled with a K, standing for Korea. But this year's Gyeongju APEC is not just about meetings. The entire city has become a stage for culture, both new and old, traditional and modern. And as Bella mentioned earlier, Gyeongju is a museum without a roof or also walls as well. Now, at example, if we go around the beautiful place of Gyeongju, let's say we go to Myeongtae, a large unexcavated royal tomb as well as significant archaeological site from the Gaya period. But there's also the Gil, a trendy modern-day street that mixes traditional and modern looks, as well as music and lights of Gyeongju at night, while performances and street art fill the streets across the city. Now, here on the Culture Wave, we have talked to many experts of famous tourist attractions such as the UNESCO sites. Bella mentioned it before, Bulguksa Temple, Sokgoram Grotto. Now, there are national park guided tours as well for the Schiller era costume experiences. It's like wearing that beautiful hanbok, that stylish hanbok. Also, as well as photo exhibitions showcasing Gyeongju's charm, where nature and culture blend beautifully. Now, what's also remarkable is how Gyeongju culture has seamlessly blended with technology with tradition. Now, smart tourism apps guide visitors through historic sites in multiple languages, while AR and also VR experience bring ancient palaces and temples to life right before your eyes. For example, a special highlight is the experimental tour bus created to commemorate APEC, which offers a time travel-like experience back to the Schiller dynasty. That's over 1400 years ago. In this way, Gyeongju APEC has become a stage where thousands of years of heritage meets cutting-edge technology, a cultural wave that the whole world can experience experience together.
Wow, we could go on and on when we talk about culture and cultural experiences in Gyeongju. Now, we did all the 4 letters, A, P, E, and C. Now, last but not least, do you guys have any final message or hopes for APEC 2025? Who's going to start? Let's start with Bella.
Sure. I mean, I love, through APEC 2025, seeing these diplomatic events and the cultural events kind of coming together to spread K-wave overall to global. So I hope to see more events like this in future as well.
And what about you, Walter?
Yes, well, I hope that the people who go to this event are able to spread the word that Seoul isn't just the main place for Korea. Other beautiful places like Gyeongju, like Busan, like Jeju are going to be great places to also visit. So I hope that this spreads the word that the beautiful country towns of Korea are also worth visiting.
And on that beautiful note, I want to say thank you for that wonderful preparation. Thank you, Walter. Thank you, Bella.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
And now let's move on to our AI anchor, Ari, for more on the culture front. Ari, over to you.
Hello and welcome to your AI guide to the latest cultural updates from Korea. Here's our top story. The Hangang bus, which suspended its passenger service due to frequent breakdowns after its launch, is set to resume operations this Saturday. The resumption follows a month of intensive test runs focused on stabilizing performance without passengers. Seoul city officials say more than 300 runs were conducted under rail operational conditions to enhance safety and service quality. When the service resumes, buses will start operating 2 hours earlier at 9 a.m. and provide 16 trips per day. The Hangang bus was launched in mid-September to enhance convenience for both commuters and tourists. Ticket sales in Korea's performing arts market hit a record high in the third quarter, driven by strong demand for pop music, musicals, and dance. According to the Korea Arts Management Service, sales from July to September totaled over 461 billion won, or roughly $324 million, marking the highest third quarter figure since tracking began in 2019. That's also a 20% increase from the same period last year. The Korean productions of Wicked and the Aladdin tour in Busan, along with Phantom in Seoul, took the top 3 spots, followed by K-pop sensation Blackpink's world tour in 4th and Singer Psy's concert in 5th. Korea's art auction market rebounded strongly in the third quarter, with total sales rising more than 30% from the same period last year. According to the Korea Art Authentication and Appraisal Research Center, 9 domestic auction houses recorded total sales of over 31 billion won, or about $22 million, up 7.6 billion won, or around $5.3 million, from last year. Despite a 24% drop in the number of works offered, the increase in total sales is attributed to strong demand for high-priced, large-scale artworks. That's all from me. Stay tuned to the Culture Wave.
My child, behold this mountain path. It is the road that leads to the Buddha's heart. The gentler your steps, the clearer your mind will grow. There stands Bulguksa Temple, the Buddha's land once envisioned by the people of Shilla. Now, look upon these bridges. They are called Cheongwon-gyo and Paewon-gyo. Long ago, water flowed beneath these arches. Pilgrims crossed it to reach Bulguksa Temple. Remember, my child, the path to the Buddha's world begins like water by purifying the heart. Now, pass through the gate called Jahamun. Beyond it, 2 pagodas await. To the left stands Sokatap, simple and serene, symbol of the Buddha's wisdom. To the right, Tabotap, ornate yet steadfast, embodying compassion. 2 pagodas both reach toward the same enlightenment. That, my child, is Bulgukto, a land of peace and harmony. My child, Bulguksa is more than an ancient temple. It is a place shaped by countless prayers where hearts touched the heavens. Even as the ages pass, those hearts endure. Remember, my child, true paradise is not far away. It blooms quietly within.
Beyond industries and services, artificial intelligence has increasingly become a greater part of consumption in people's daily lives. Looking ahead in various prospects for the trends of 2026, AI undoubtedly plays a big role. But equally strong are keywords that focus on the core of humanity, what makes us and distinguishes us to be human. Jin tells us more.
Artificial intelligence is no longer an advanced technology beyond reach and has, in fact, settled into becoming a big part of daily life for many people.
올해 재무로는 어떨까?
2025년의 재무로는 전반적으로 상승세를 보일 것으로 예상됩니다.
Accuracy aside, I can ask whatever I want without restrictions. It's convenient, so I think I'll use it more often in the future.
Meanwhile, artificial intelligence and algorithms have given rise to what's called zero-click consumption, where content is consumed without clicking on a website, making it almost too easy. AI is also expected to be helpful when it comes to consumption, with a trend of decoding the prices of goods to help consumers understand where their money is going and why. An AI transformation is expected to help enhance efficiency for companies too.
These keywords weren't created with the intention of reflecting AI's importance. We've been following the same process for the past 10 years. When we laid out the results, it was clear that AI is having a huge impact on us.
But also expected to have increased impact on consumption is a greater spread of more humanistic spending, with some sections of society looking to cling on to a simpler way of living. But this will mean that marketing strategies will be utilized to appeal to human emotions, address the loneliness of single-person households, and a growing interest in health and human nature.
What's interesting is that even in the face of AI, there are still keywords that emphasize very human, fundamental, and instinctual things.
Ultimately, in the face of what's dubbed an AI revolution era, it seems that the various changes brought about by developments in people embracing AI and efforts made to keep societies more human will shape the major consumption trends of societies. 이은진, Arirang News.
비가 되고 살이 되고 노래 되고 시가 되고 이야기 되고 안주 되고 내가 되고 네가 되고 그대 너무 아름다워요 그대 너무 부드러워요 그대 너무 맛있어요 감사합니다 내장은 장난질 알은 명란젓 아가미로 만든 아가미젓 누나는 국을 술안주하고 괴긴 국을 끓여 먹고 어느 하나 버릴 없는 명태 그 기름으로는 또 약용으로도 쓰인대지요 피가 되고 살이 되고 노래 되고 시가 되고 이야기 되고 안주 되고 내가 되고 네가 되고 그대 너무 아름다워요 그대 너무 부드러워요 그대 너무
And that wraps up today's special edition of the Culture Wave, especially special with both my co-hosts today. So thank you again, Walter.
Thank you, Soa.
And thank you, Bella, again.
Yes, I'll see you back next week.
We'll see you guys next week, but separately.
Sadly.
And thank you for tuning in to the Culture Wave. Please continue to follow our APEC coverage on our news programs, and we'll be back next week, Monday to Friday, 2 p.m. Korea time.